Have you ever dreamt of a better version of yourself?
Today, we're talking about The Substance, a glorious, disgusting, blood-drenched middle finger to Hollywood beauty standards with some of the best cinematography and editing I've seen in years. Imagine if David Lynch, David Cronenberg, and the producers of a sleazy 1980s aerobic tape got blackout drunk and wrote a feminist horror movie. And somehow, it's both the most disgusting thing you'll ever watch and the prettiest. Elizabeth Sparkle, played by Demi Moore, who is somehow hotter at 62 than she's ever been, is a washed-up TV aerobics queen. One day, the producers decide she's too old, which is code for we're shallow monsters and we'd replace you with a ring light and a set of fake tits if we could. So they kick her out in favor of someone with perkier ratings.
You're hired.
She crashes her car, walks away with barely a scratch, and ends up in possession of a mysterious flash drive advertising
The Substance.
a shady Squid Game meets dystopian lab service promising a better version of yourself. Translation: inject this neon green nightmare juice and out pops a younger, hotter version of you. In this case, Margaret Qualley as Sue.
I'm Sue.
Elizabeth's literal other self. And yeah, Qualley isn't exactly hard on the eyes either, which really drives home the movie's point that we're all just one bad hair day away from being replaced.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
The catch? You swap lives every 7 days, without exception. One can't exist without the other.
The one and only thing not to forget. You are one. You can't escape from yourself.
And you must respect the balance.
A perfect balance of 7 days each.
Which, of course, they almost immediately do not.
Been a slight misuse of the substance.
As the movie progresses, it seems more and more certain that Sue might just want to abandon her older self altogether. She begins stealing more time out in the world, while Elizabeth suffers the body-ruining consequences. What has been used on one side is lost on the other. Heading into the final act, it's increasingly apparent how much of a travesty it is that Demi Moore didn't win the Best Actress Oscar for this. By this point, she's in full Gollum mode, self-loathing, desperate, and somehow seemingly much stronger and faster than she has any right to be. Elizabeth attempts to end her experiment, but ultimately can't bring herself to terminate Sue, delivering such heartbreaking lines as, "I need you because I hate myself," and "You're the only lovable part of me." So, she resuscitates Sue, who repays this kindness by promptly beating Elizabeth to death in a scene that's both physically absurd, think 15-foot kicks through the air, and psychologically deep. She's literally beating herself up for hating herself. Once Sue's gone too far, she starts falling apart. Fingernails, ears, teeth. Realizing she has doomed herself, she begs for a better version and restarts the entire process. Predictably, this turns out to be maybe not the best idea. When the better version arrives, it's Monstro Elizasu, a flesh fusion abomination dripping Mountain Dew colored afterbirth and looking like someone tried to 3D print a sex doll from memory. This thing tries to host a live, family-friendly New Year's Eve broadcast, which naturally devolves into blood, screaming, and a titty baby. Don't ask. The cinematography and editing are amazing. Relentless close-ups, quick, jarring cuts, and an almost fetishistic overemphasis on just how disgusting Dennis Quaid's character is. He's the show's skeevy producer, and I swear the camera lingers on him like it wants you to smell his breath, feel the moistness of his handshake, and somehow hear the sound of his shirt sticking to his back. The initial transformation sequence is brutally horrific and meticulously detailed, and subsequent body transfer dreams channel lost highway nightmare energy that sticks in your skull. The sound design is equally immersive. Every wet, squelching body horror noise is so visceral you'll feel like you need a shower, and the thumping bass is both cool and unsettling, providing the perfect background to certain portions of the film. Yes, the ending wobbles a little, but The Substance is one of the best, boldest horror films of the year. It's grotesque, funny, tragic, and smart. A scathing indictment of a culture obsessed with youth and perfection. Wrapped in a package so beautifully shot and disgustingly detailed, you'll want to watch it again from behind your hands. So in short, Demi Moore was robbed, Margaret Qualley was perfect, Dennis Quaid made me want to shower with bleach. Verdict, 9 out of 10 titty babies. Because perfection is impossible, but this film comes disturbingly close. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to bleach my brain and my eyeballs. But if you want more of this, because let's face it, who wouldn't?
They're gonna love that.
Stick around. On this channel, my top 10 movies of all time video is coming soon. Disagree with me at your own peril. Over on my other channel, The Grail Guys, we've got reviews of Fantastic Four First Steps and The Naked Gun, both on the way. So hit that like button, drop a comment telling me what better version of yourself you'd accidentally unleash, and subscribe so you don't miss the disasters I'm about to unleash on all those movies I just mentioned. Until then, Spider-Man, Roy Mustang, and Pochita all say bye-bye.